What's going on, folks? This is TJ Lauerman, aka ThatSportsGamer. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the Cincinnati Reds of the NL Central Division in MLB 13 show. Pretty good overall team. They got some pretty great players. So let's just hop over there and take a look at who they got. All right, Cincinnati Reds. As you know, Joey Votto, one of the best first basemen in the game, even though he may be a little bit afraid of his shadow. But look, they got 2, 4, 6 guys rated 90 or above, and all A pots. It looks like Aroldis Chapman got knocked down a little bit in this Operation Sports roster, so that's an interesting choice on their part. Let's look at the starting pitching: Matt Latos, Johnny Cueto, Homer Bailey, Bronson Arroyo, Mike Leake. They also got Armando Galarraga. Unlike some of the other teams we've seen in the NL Central, they don't have much behind their main five. I mean, Daniel Corsino, 22 with 72 overall with a B pot. He's probably going to be your future guy. Looks like he throws pretty hard. But after that, there's not really much coming up for you. Probably the Reds have one of the strongest bullpens in baseball. When they're all healthy, you got Sean Marshall, who's a excellent reliever, who's a 92 with an A pot. Jonathan Broxton, both of those guys could easily be closers. And you also have Sam Lecoeur, which is a pretty sweet name and a pretty sweet amount of facial hair he's got going on. You also have Jose Arredondo, who used to be good for the Angels, and a bunch of other guys to mix in here. Yeah, as I said, I'm pretty sure Aroldis Chapman was a 99 in the regular roster. So it's interesting that he's been knocked down to a 90. Maybe that had to do with the whole thing about him becoming a starting pitcher, so maybe that's something they try to take care of in this. Moving on to catcher, you have Ryan Hannigan. Pretty decent guy, good contact. Almost got the power for a righty, but not against lefties. Actually, I think it's backwards. Yeah, decent power against lefties, but not that great against righties. Good defensive catcher, guy you want behind the plate. The future is going to be Devin Masarko, 24 years old, 73 B-pot. He's going to be pretty good for you behind the plate, though he doesn't really have the contact versus righties and doesn't really have a lot of power. But that's going to be your future, because after him is the aging 36-year-old Corky Miller, who is still in baseball, and nobody really behind him. First base, obviously Joey Votto, one of the best players in baseball, 85 contact versus lefties, 90 plus against righties, and pretty good power, though not against lefties as much. Look at that clutch discipline, both 99. Then nobody really behind him. Second base, you got Brandon Phillips, one of the better second basemen in baseball. Great contact, pretty good power, great durability. He's going to be a good fielding second baseman for you. Pretty decent speed. I would have expected it to be a little bit higher, but I guess that's how they did it. Let's see, Jason Donald, pretty decent backup second baseman, good contact, not a lot of power, but he'll get the job done for you if you have a problem with Phillips for a little bit. Third base, Todd Frazier, pretty decent dude, good contact, good power. He's going to hit some bombs for you. He's going to be a good, probably like a 2, maybe a 5 hitter for you. Behind him, you got Jack Hanahan, decent guy to have off the bench, a good lefty to come in. But then again, nobody really behind those guys. Shortstop, you got Zach Cozart, pretty decent guy. Surprised he's only a 76. Decent contact, not a lot of power. And behind him, he's got Cesar Izturis. So you're going to have to be looking for a new backup shortstop, if not a new shortstop, because Cozart's already 27, but only a 76. Left field, you got Ryan Ludwig. Decent contact, good power numbers. He's going to hit some more jacks for you. He's going to be one of your 3, 4, 5 guys with Votto and Bruce around him. Let's see, we got Chris Heisey. He'll probably be the DH for you when you play against American League teams, unless you have Ludwig DH. But he's a pretty good backup option. Center field, you got Shin-Soo Choo. Really good contact numbers and power against righties. Not so great against lefties, but he's got some pretty decent speed. He's going to be your leadoff hitter and going to do pretty good for you. As you can see, 95 durability, so he's going to be out there almost every day. One of those guys to look out for, Billy Hamilton. Good contact numbers, terrible power numbers, but that's not what it's about with this guy. Speed, 99 speed, 99 base running aggressiveness, 80 base running ability. This guy set the minor league record for steals in a season. He's going to be an up-and-coming guy that you're going to want to use as the season progresses. And then in right field, you got Jay Bruce, another one of those great players on this team, another great left-handed power guy, good contact, good power. And he's going to be out there for you pretty much every day, but nobody really backing him up. Xavier Paul is a 65, 28, no power numbers, decent contact versus righties. But, yeah, those are the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, not really they're a great team in their starting position guys, except maybe shortstop's a little weak, maybe third base is a little weak. But they're a pretty decent team. And hey, why don't you bring back Scott Rowland off the free agent pile for him? And you should be pretty set rocking with Cincinnati Reds. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed up top, liked it down below, send me a comment below on who you think is the best player on the Reds. I think it would probably be a toss-up between Joey Votto, Jay Bruce, and Aroldis Chapman, because that guy throws heat. If you want to continue this conversation, you can hit me up on Twitter at ThatSportsGamer. We can talk about the Reds, we can talk about baseball, we can talk about Call of Duty Black Ops 2, anything you want, hit me up over there. And I'll check you out next week when we break down the AL East.